Hi, you guys. I'm not. Excuse me. I am not um crying from happiness. Um, I'm doing good. Like emotionally, I have a lot of peace since since my divorce has been final. It's been almost an entire month since that happened, since I got that news. And it's this weight has been lifted off my shoulders. Um anyway, side note, um tangent, grapes that I picked from my backyard. Yeah, really cool. So don't mind if I eat. Um Marriage with CFS ME is really, really hard. Um it's I imagine it would be hard on the healthy spouse because we never know with CFS ME whether we're going to wake up and have a good day, whether we're going to wake up and have a really rough day, whether we're going to be in pain, whether it the pain's going to be manageable. Um we just don't know. So I imagine that unpredictability um concerning the health of your spouse would be very stressful. And while my ex was very bad news. Um, I don't know if I mentioned it, but yeah, I was real close to being a, a true crime episode. Um, really, really close, as I found out. Um, but despite that, I imagine that it wasn't easy living with me. And in my difficult days. And I just have absolutely no desire for marriage, no desire for dating, even. Personally, I think that's a big waste of time. You know, most people out there are just like wanting a good time. You know what I mean? Not like Disneyland good time, but physical good time. And it's just not me. I already felt like I was being used in a marriage for 7 years, so I don't need dating. I don't feel lonely at all. Like I said, this peace just overrides like everything, and it's so valuable. And I remember years ago when I had a Facebook account, and I was in a Facebook group for people with CFS, ME, fibromyalgia, you know, uh, diseases like that. And there were some that were married and had and they admitted marriage was difficult, especially ones that had kids. It was very difficult to parent when you have a disease that just can knock you flat on your back for days, weeks, maybe even a month. Um, and ones that, there are also ones that wish that they could find somebody that, that would be able to handle, you know, that daily unknown of, you know, gosh, what am I going to wake up to? What's my spouse going to feel like today? And how am I going to have to be there for her or him? That is one reason why I want to stay single, because I'm a really, really simple person. If you haven't figured it out by now, I don't do any editing. I don't, you know, sometimes I use filters, but I mean, pretty much with me, what you get is what you get. And to lead like a dating lifestyle, um, I feel like I would have to pretend to be something that I'm not, which is a healthy person. I'm just not. I can't go to a club and go dancing. I can't even go and do, you know, partner dancing like I used to. I used to swing dance one day a week, like 12, 13 years ago. Can't do that anymore. So, yeah, like I said, I can't really do much anymore as far as leaving the house and doing, you know, what most people would consider like non energetic activities. But, you know, for us, it does require a lot of energy. It requires a lot of spoons. I don't know if we're still using that term. The spoon theory. If you want me to get into that, I can in another video. But there's not that many people that want somebody that's just going to chill all the time, and just do simple things like take the dog for a walk, watch a movie together, cook together, watch sports together. And mind you, I'm even different than that, because I'm one of those weirdos that doesn't like any kind of like typical sport that Americans watch. Baseball, basketball, football. Hockey is the exception. Hockey's cool. Maybe that's because I used to figure skate in the whole, you know, ice commonality. So I don't like that. I like to watch figure skating. My latest one of my latest favorite sports, I'm so hooked on it, is Red Bull cliff diving. Check it out. If you've not checked it out, check it out. Especially if you have severe CFS-ME and you want something to watch, you can seriously binge watch, because these just go to Red Bull cliff diving in your search on YouTube, and you can find competitions like years back, so you have plenty of competitive viewing. It's just awesome. Even though I'm not able to do, you know, an athletic activity, well, I kind of can, you know. I swim laps when I'm healthy, but I love seeing people's success. So yeah, I don't, I don't, people like, oh, do you root for the Dodgers? Do you root for the Angels? I'm like, neither. Yeah, uh, so that's another reason why I think like a lot of guys wouldn't want to deal with that. Put my grapes aside for a minute. They're so good though. Yeah, that's another one of my things. I love the whole process of watching these little grapes grow from like the size of a peppercorn into like a fully ripe grape. And now I wish that I could like reach out and like give you a bunch of grapes, because I have enough and I don't know if I'm going to be able to eat all of them in time. I guess maybe grapes will be like a meal or something. But anyway, yeah, it's I've come to the acceptance that, you know, with CFS ME, I'm not going to be easy to be around. And that's all right with me, especially in this time of my life after my divorce. Just going through, it was a 3-year process, let me tell you. And guess what? In 3 years, you can get a JD, which is a, you know, law degree. I think they should give me an honorary JD, because I did this divorce like pretty much by myself with the assistance of the people at the court, but I didn't have an attorney. So anyway, yeah, and I recently I had to have a bunch of work done on my house. So that was exhausting. Even if I'm not I didn't do the work, and it was exhausting for me because it involved like moving a lot of my furniture around, and just I'm still in the process of putting everything back to its rightful place again. So I just, you know, don't feel pressured to get married. Don't feel pressured to be in a relationship just because everybody does it, or, you know, you see your family members in a marriage and happy relationship, and you think, oh, that's got to be for me too. I have to do that. No, you don't. You don't. You can, if you feel like you just don't have the energy to do it, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. Don't don't learn from people's mistakes like mine. Just because you managed to get a marriage proposal doesn't mean that it's going to be all butterflies and roses. So just be content with where you're at. I know that's so difficult. It's so difficult, and it's easier said than done, even for me, because there are times when I mourn my profession that I can no longer practice. So yeah, that's something that I still struggle with from time to time. But yeah, just know that, take that pressure off of you, whether it's coming from parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, other family members, friends. If you don't have a lot of energy, be very, very careful if you're dating or, you know, in a relationship. Just really And I know this is something that most of us don't want to do. We don't want to let we don't want to let people on the outside see us in our worst state. But you know what? If you're dating, if you're in a relationship especially, let them see that side of you. Truly. It might end your relationship. And if it does end your relationship, that means they weren't the right person for you. If they can't handle your really, really bad days, and if they bail, they weren't for you. So don't feel bad like you did something wrong. You only have so much control over your health. So just remember that. And that's going to end today's video. And I just want to say it again. Peace is such a priceless commodity in your life. And if you have that, don't let go of it. Because it's the best thing. All right, you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye. Kisses.